Happy 2021, everybody. It's Carrie. This is Carrie Dawn Roy, and I'm not running for anything yet, but I approved this video. I'm so ready for all that to be done. It's like I can watch regular YouTube without. This is a day of reflection, January 1st. It is a great opportunity to do a self-check and kind of see where you are, where you want to be. And I also want you to take a minute to pat yourself on the back for positive things that you've done. It's so easy to beat ourselves up and think, you know, by this time next year, I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be negative in my account. I don't want to owe so much debt. I want to have a new car. But I'm going to give you valet adviceisms for a gooder year. My new Chinese hat I got. I'm so excited. This is the year of the ox, if you look at the Chinese calendar. And usually when the years were assigned to animals, it's kind of like a mantra. If you look at historically and psychologically how these were put into perspective. And these change about every 12 years. They go into a cycle. So I think in 2024, it'll be the year of the dragon. Dragons are kind of my thing because I think it's fascinating that almost every culture has dragons in it, and yet we don't have dragon bones. Nobody's found them yet. But that's the historian in me. I just think it's fascinating. But really, if you look at it and you can see it as a mantra. So if you know this is the year of the ox, what does the ox mean to you? If it's strong, vegan, grass-eating, clean, stubborn, maybe you can pull something from that that will give you strength throughout the year. So when you find yourself struggling or you find yourself not wanting to move forward with something that is positive, you can kind of say, well, it's the year of the ox. I have to be strong. So it was meant to give people that were struggling, it was meant to give people in a time of need an animal, a spirit animal that they could find their own connection to. So like with me, I love bears, and I've always been, fascinated with bears. I'm not afraid of bears. I've seen probably 2 or 3 dozen of them over my lifetime in the woods, and I'm just intrigued with them. So when you say bear to me, I'm just like, oh, they're beautiful. I married a big old bear. But to some people, they'd be, no, I don't want, a bear. So if it was the year of bear for me, I would find such peace in that and such strength. To where, as some people would say, there's no way, and So that was kind of where like a lot of that stems from. So as 2021 starts for some of you, I want you to have a mantra. I want you to start this year off with, this is going to be the year of the, for me. And find something positive with that. And a lot of times it can be a song too. Pink's got some great songs. I love her. But it's got to be moving forward, because we can't go back. Don't look back. You're not going that way. And I have a lot of friends going through a lot of depression right now, and it's hard for them to get out of bed. And I know that. I've been there, and I'm not saying that I won't have days like that. Everybody's going to have days like that. But you got to remember, it's the year of the ox. You got to be strong. You gotta wander, you gotta get out, you gotta graze, you gotta try new things, but always be listening, because as big and as strong as you are, some things can still be taken down. So always be aware of your surroundings. So this is a great time to get out into the nature, and see what's around you, and that's kind of what the ox means to me. So yeah, I was thinking about that today, and then I keep being asked, how was your Christmas? And it was good, but it's different when you have older children. And they're 18 and 20. So at this age, I found myself, we travel, like 2 or 3 years ago, we went up to New York, and then we went to San Francisco one year, and then we didn't fly this year. We went up to a skiing trip that didn't entail a whole lot of skiing, not really my sport. It was more about, you know, just walking and spending time together. We did the whole Gatlinburg experience, and actually I'd never done that. That was odd. But it's more about spending time together and enjoying a good meal together and laughing. And there are more memories, not so much with the activities that we do, but with the people that we interact with around us, which is it's always been a lot of fun for me. And watching them and hearing them talk to each other and experiencing that, I found myself, we were up in Nashville, and then we're standing outside the home of Thomas Wolfe. And if you are smiling now, you know where I'm going with this. And if you are not, then I'm happy because I get to share something with you. Thomas Wolfe was a writer in the early 1900s, and he wrote a story called You Can't Go Home Again. And there's such truth to that on so many levels. And I'm sure if you have older children, or if you have left home and you go back, you have thought that, if not said those words about going home again once you have left, especially. And that's so true for so many of us, where we try to go back to that childhood. We try to go back and relive, re-feel those things, and you can't. And that is okay. There is only one home that we can return home to. But you can't go home again here. So as we are standing outside the home of Thomas Wolfe, we walk in and they have like a little museum. And I understand the gravity of being in there with my teenage boys as we were approaching Christmas, and how different things are, that my closets are no longer filled with Nerf guns and Legos. I mean, they're still full of Star Wars stuff because it's mine, obviously. But you can't go home again. And I know that I'm not alone in that. But trying to find magic and happiness and peace and new memories and new activities. So being 45 is good, but different. So I do tell my friends, you know, I'm very honest. You know, how was Christmas? I'm like, it was different. It was different. Good, but different. So yes, that's my Thomas Wolfe Christmas, and my 2021 year that's ahead of me, and the year of the ox. So whatever strength you need to find, I hope you find it. And I'll film our crime beat soon. But I wanted to share that before I got it out there. I love you all. And find your mantra, find your phrase, find whatever it takes. Maybe a Bible verse. Short and sweet is usually the key. But you're not alone. We'll make it. I love you guys. Happy New Year.